Hi, Girly Pop Society. Today, we sat down with somebody really special, a single mom of two who shares her two birth stories. This was a really emotional episode, but also a really funny episode. Allie was so much fun, and we can't wait for you to hear this. I think it's going to touch a lot of people.
We believe a birth story doesn't begin with labor, it begins with her.
Welcome to Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we go beyond the delivery room. Each week, we interview a woman just like you and unlike you about her pregnancy, her birth, and also her becoming, and what led her to the most transformative experience of her life.
So grab a drink, a snack, and cozy up, because around here we go from laughing 1 minute to crying the next.
As we listen to the stories that shape us.
Because birth isn't just about babies, it's about the women who rise in the process. Okay.
Right.
Welcome, Allie Burch.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome, Allie Burch, to Girly Pop Birth Talks.
Thank.
We're just gonna go for it, okay?
Okay.
We're just rolling.
Hi.
I'm so excited.
I'm so happy I'm here with you guys.
Yeah.
This is
How
exciting.
do you two know each other?
Yeah, I feel like we need some background because I
Okay.
feel like the episode's gonna flow more organically if people
Yeah.
understand that. So
There's a
Allie and
relationship
I,
here.
For a while.
I don't know,
Church?
like freshman and sophomore year, maybe we were, or like something like that. We went to Mexicali together.
Honey, I was in like 6th grade, 7th grade. Because you're how old?
I'm 28.
I'm 26. So you were what? Like, is that a grade or two older
Yeah.
than me? So you're a freshman. So I was in 7th grade. That's crazy. It's a very
were-
small community
Yeah.
out here.
Mhm.
Too small.
Yeah.
So, but not, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But
Yeah.
then we just kind of, it was like an ebb and flow. It was like I was friends with everybody and I would come around and then life would happen and
Yeah.
kind of disappear. And then you come back into it. It's just like the seasons,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
But we've known each other for like, I guess like 10 plus,
That's
15 plus years.
crazy,
I know that's
Becca.
wild. So then you got pregnant. I love being around pregnant women.
Mhm.
So was like a little
Yeah.
invested. I don't remember all the details because it's so long ago,
I
but I'm
know.
sure we'll get into it.
Yeah, you were there for Dawson, my second one.
Okay, tell me about yourself. Who are you?
So I am, oh my gosh, now I'm all blanking. I'm an esthetician. I have been for 7 years. I've had my own business. I am also a mom of 2 little boys. Can I say their names?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
want to, yeah.
Bentley and Dawson. I love their names because
Cute.
they're like strong
Yeah.
men, but
Mhm.
also just so soft.
Yeah.
They're the
Mhm.
sweetest little mama's
You picked
boys.
good names.
Thank you. They are 5 and 4, turning 5 and 6
gosh.
this year. I know it is like crazy. It happens so fast. They're
Mhm.
15 months apart, and they saved me, literally.
Mm.
Like I knew I was meant to be a mom, but when I got pregnant and had them and the circumstances that it was under, it was like a no-brainer to me that once they were born, I was like, yep, this is what I meant to do,
Yeah.
kind of a
Mm.
thing. So,
Mhm.
What's
yeah.
been your favorite age so far?
Is it bad to say that I don't think I've had one?
Yeah, we're not there yet.
I love the like 6 to 9 month because they're
Mhm.
just coochie
Yeah.
and they just
Yeah.
want to love you and cuddle you. I'm a single mom, right? I've had full custody of both of my kids since my youngest was 3 days old.
Yeah, she was reading me that in the show notes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine.
I haven't
We'll get into
shared.
that, but
Yeah.
Mm.
It's because it's a lot.
I can't even imagine having to like think about that 3
At
days
3 days
post.
old. 3 days
The
postpartum.
judge
yeah.
was pissed when I
For
was
you?
Yes, because I was in the courtroom with a newborn
my
stuck to my
gosh.
tit. I was actually wearing this dress, which is crazy,
Oh,
and
good
so
for
I
you.
like, just that postpartum belly. I had
Mhm.
like
Did you have a
milk
diaper
squirting
on?
out. Oh hell yeah! And
Mhm.
I looked crazy. I'm like sweating
Yeah.
profusely because after you have
Yes. Your day 3, your milk is coming in,
Oh,
your
that is
hormones are
dump day.
dropping.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
You should not
terrible.
have had to do that.
No, but I was, and I did it. And he looked at me. He goes, and I've never heard a judge swear ever in my
Mhm.
life. And he goes, "Why the fuck are you in my courtroom?" And I
Mm.
looked at him and I was like, "Because I'm fighting for my children." And
Mm.
he goes, "Okay." And then from there, he was like, "You are granted sole legal and physical," and that was that. So it's
Wow.
been like that for almost 5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet, I don't know, we'll get into it as much as you want to, but I
Mhm.
bet that peace just must have felt.
I get goosebumps now in my cheeks,
Mm.
like talking about it, because it was almost like how my kids saved me, but then they come into the world and it's like, how do you protect your kids and then save your own kids, but you can't protect them forever?
Ugh.
And so
Mhm.
having, in especially the state of California, you have to have that legal standpoint, and it's scary. And I talk to so many moms and so many women about it that reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm about to be a single mom. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And I'm huge advocate for that. Like I will help you with food stamps, with Medi-Cal, helping you get
Mhm.
through with your lawyers, your all your things because I know how hard it can be because I fought for so long with Bentley while Dawson was in my stomach.
Mm.
So it
Wow.
was like, but I had no choice. It's that mom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, are you a
It's
mom?
mama bear, yeah.
You know
Mhm.
exactly what I'm talking
Mhm.
about. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no other choice.
Yeah.
It's either their safety or I'm gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes me feel crazy
Yeah.
inside, like, thinking about protecting my children. So, it was really hard, but that weight that you're talking about, like, I have this video of me holding Dawson and Bentley, and we're just jumping up and down, like, sobbing, but so happy because it was like I was free. Like, I didn't
Mm.
have those, like, chains on me anymore
Mhm.
kind of a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to
Wow.
rewind
Sorry, I
so
know.
far back because everyone's gonna be like, "What is going on?"
So much.
Yeah,
Mm.
who's baby Allie? Tell us a little bit about
Oh,
like your
that's so
childhood. I
cute.
know the
Um,
little girl in you.
oh my gosh, that's gonna make me cry.
Mm.
So, I'm actually not from here. I was born and raised in Washington State, and I was born on 80 acres of just cow land and farm, and my dad had a construction business. I have 2 older sisters and a younger brother, and I loved every single piece of my childhood. I was that little towhead blonde girl, blue-eyed baby, just butt naked, running through, like, the dirt and the willow trees and literally living my best life. And then my parents said that they got called to move to California when I was 7. So then we moved here for like a church to
Mm.
do like mission work. And it was probably the worst decision that they could have ever made because then my family broke up
Oh,
and
wow.
my mom then became a single mom and we lost my dad to addiction for some years.
Mm.
And it was really hard. And sorry. It was I miss her. I miss that, like, little girl part of
Mhm.
me all the time. But I know that she would be, like, so proud of me now, and so I think that's why I work as hard as I do for my children, because I want them to have that beginning, like, 7
Mm.
years of that childhood for them that I had, like, for
Mhm.
myself. And so my mom was always super open about our bodies and like, with her birth, like, I was there for my younger brother's birth. I don't remember it because I was, like, 2.5, but I remember it was when you, like, remember things, but you don't remember things
Yeah.
from that
Your
young?
body remembers it, yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
I just I remember it being, like, an open topic and an open conversation, and so I've always been interested in birth. I've been around, like, puppies being born on the farm and kitties being born on the farm, and so that was always really interesting to me, and then
Mhm.
yeah, when I got pregnant myself, I was like, "Oh, I love this."
Mm.
Like, I wanna be pregnant all the time. I really enjoyed my pregnancies, so I'm actually doing an egg donation also at the end of this month,
Oh,
so
fun.
it'll be
Wow.
my second one.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry I answered, like, 1,000 things in
No,
one,
No,
that's
but
that's
okay. We're flowing.
everything's relevant.
we're flowing. Yes. But yeah.
Okay, so birth was super familiar.
Birth was familiar. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember, like it was just a lot of animals, though. It was never human beings until I think honestly until I became like more close and friends like with you. I feel like you have always been kind of
Like plugged in.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And so when I got pregnant with Bentley, I remember you and we were friends, but I was in a really, really, really dark place. I was all by myself. I did both my pregnancies by myself. He essentially like would get me pregnant and then didn't want to be with me anymore because it was too hard. And then with Dawson, and then I knew that she was being my support, like a really sweet, sweet girl during that time. So that's honestly, like, you kinda opened me up to that, and then when you had your doula service, and then Kaylee, I'm friends with Kaylee, and she is, like, all about vaginas and all about
Mhm.
that stuff, and I think it's so interesting. I wax them all day, so I'm like, I'm already around them, and it doesn't bother me. I would have loved to be an OB, but I could not have done that many years of,
Yeah.
like, schooling, so
Yeah.
I'm like, what could be, like, the next best thing kind of a thing where I can have, like, my benefits, take care of my kids, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'd be a son, so I feel
Okay, so we
that.
get pregnant with Bentley.
We get pregnant with Bentley.
Boyfriend, right?
Yes. So
leaves.
so do I just like tell the whole story?
You can.
Oh my god. Okay.
Give us our drinks. Sorry,
Right.
there's no vodka
Okay.
in them. I
It's
feel like we
okay.
need vodka.
You're okay. These little clouds. Are you freaking kidding?
Right.
So this is salty.
Mm,
Not to shock you, but
I'm all.
No, it's really good. It's
That's
a quench
delicious.
thirster.
yeah.
Quench.
Mm-mm.
No, quench.
What the fuck did you just say?
No.
Quench,
Quench thirster. You are a
What am I
quench
trying to
thirster,
say? Thirst quencher.
or your thirst is quenched. You're crazy, Becca.
She is. Don't worry.
She's
the
a. It's okay.
It's a horse.
What is a quench?
You're
I just made
hilarious.
up another word.
Yeah, you
Oh
did.
my
I
gosh.
kind of like it though. You guys could have like your own like dictionary
Okay.
words.
Literally.
You quenched my thirst.
Yeah.
You thirsted my quench.
What is a quench though?
Quenched my thirst. I don't want to say the word quenched anymore.
No, it feels inappropriate.
I know. It feels wrong.
What is it?
Quench.
Yeah,
Quench.
quench.
If you're famished, you're hungry,
Yes.
right?
Oh my god.
That's
I didn't even
crazy.
know I knew that word.
You didn't know you knew that word?
Oh,
Honestly, I'm glad that we could have learned that
yes,
together
this
just
is
now.
amazing.
Oh,
Okay,
so
the
I just-
tears.
The
Oh,
recipe.
yeah.
The recipe.
I need it. Becca makes me cry a lot.
It
But
has
it's
an
usually
element.
from laughing.
That's
Usually.
good though. Right. That's the key word in there.
Yes.
I bought her a new bag last night because she came in with this bag.
I didn't bring it today.
I'm blasting it.
I couldn't show up with it.
I'm glad. She brings this bag in. It literally looks like she lived on the streets for 12 months.
Listen, my kids need shoes and clothes.
I get
What mom needs doesn't
no,
matter.
I understand.
But it's her
Trust
bag.
me.
It's like her everything bag. The
As it
breast
should
pump,
be.
the food, the drinks. But she walks in. I was like, you cannot bring that in my home.
That is terrible,
I
Becca.
know. But I bought her a new bag. And
Well,
she's
that's
like,
a good friend.
she's like, I'm sorry, I've been so embarrassed. I was like, you should be.
Yeah,
should
she
be.
straight
Okay,
was
the
like, you
bag.
should be embarrassed.
That's a good friend though that'll buy that for you because
I saw
It
the
is
need.
really
I filled the
nice.
need.
oh yeah,
I'm a need filler.
you're a need filler.
And a quench supposed to.
That's fair. Becca, no,
No more.
no, no
No.
more.
Okay, story.
Yeah, who cares what's in the drink? We
Who
can't
cares
do
what's
it.
in
Oh,
the
it's
drink?
delicious
It's a
though. You
beverage.
really did something with that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So
You're gonna tell the whole story,
right.
whatever you want to tell.
Okay, so I was. I don't call him their dad personally. He
I heard
hasn't.
sperm donor earlier.
I do say that. I don't
Mhm.
know if that's going to be offensive to. Okay, he's a sperm donor. If you're not around, he hasn't seen the kids in over a year, and so for me, that's just you don't deserve that title.
Yeah.
But him and I, we were not really together. We had broken up and then got back together,
Mhm.
kind of playing house, trying to see if it would work. And then we broke up. And then I found out I was pregnant 6 weeks later. And
Oh.
so I told him I didn't feel comfortable getting an abortion because that just was never something I'd ever done before and just very uncomfortable. And that part was never talked about when I was a child. We never really talked about sex. We never really talked about abortion or things like that. It was very taboo. And so being now, I was 20 years old and not knowing what the fuck to do. So I told him I was pregnant and he was like, can't be mine. And I'm like, well, it is. So then we tried to play house for about a month. I found him going to strip clubs and talking to other women. So I asked him to choose and he chose the opposite. So I did my pregnancy by myself and then it was COVID. So COVID,
Oh my god.
yeah, I was pregnant. That was what, March? Was it
Mhm.
March? Yeah,
Mhm.
like March 13th or something.
Mhm.
And then
That was when we all thought by the end of March it would be
yes,
over
it
and
would
fine.
be done. Literally. And I was like a psychotic pregnant person during that time. I would make all of my family members like get naked at the door before they came in type shit. And because we didn't know and I
Yeah.
was so scared of it. And
Yeah.
I just was so depressed. Like I was so sad. Nobody ever touched my belly. I was never kissed. I was never like my mom would, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And you're actually trying to stay away from people during this time.
Yeah.
So then I felt even more isolated. And then I get kind of mad at myself at this part, but I feel like it will help people relate. I fell back into it. It was a week before he was born, and I just wanted to be loved.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just wanted to be touched. I just needed something. And
Mhm.
I wasn't gonna try and meet other people during that time.
Yeah.
So I called him and he was right there and came and stayed with me for a little while. And then I remember the night of May 18th, we were having sex and I could feel these like crazy contractions starting. And the
Mm.
next thing I knew, I was in full blown labor. So
Oh
he
my gosh.
literally took me to the hospital. My water broke in the hospital, and it was kind of like your like normal birth story, right? You're laying
Mhm.
there, you push. I asked him for the mirror and I pulled him out myself, and it
Oh.
was like the most beautiful thing. And then Bentley Mason was born, 8 pounds, 4 ounces, 21 inches long, and it was the best day of my life. And then I got a kidney infection because they left the catheter in for too long.
Mm.
So I was really sick and I was in there for about a week. He tried taking Bentley home, and I said
To
no
your home? Like,
to
at this
his
point
mom.
okay.
And his mom is terrible, and I will
Mm.
say that on the record.
Mm.
She is just like, you need support during that time. You don't need someone, like, bringing you down and making you feel like you're this big, and she wasn't that for me. He actually left the hospital while I was in there to go have a celebratory dinner for himself and his friends because he just had a baby while I
Mm.
was in there with a kidney infection. So then it just terrible. Came home and then was a new mom in the trenches,
By
just
yourself.
by myself.
Okay.
It was me in a room, my mom and her boyfriend, and then my brother. And so we were all living in a 3-bedroom
Mm.
apartment
Mhm.
with 2 dogs, and it
Mm.
was crazy. But I just remember like being on such a high, but being so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nobody talks about how that, like, come down after you give birth or, like
Mhm.
I loved breastfeeding. I breastfed for 3.5 years, and I loved it with every ounce of my soul, but when you have that letdown, it was more than just the happy feelings. It
Mhm.
was like, "Oh my god, I hate myself. I'm by
Mhm.
myself. No one loves me." And it just those crazy, like, obviously not true thoughts in your
Yeah.
brain, but just lying to yourself.
Yeah.
This happened when you got the letdown?
Yeah.
Did
Oh, yeah.
anybody tell you there's a name for that?
Yeah. What's it called?
No.
Demers.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a condition where
Mhm.
you have like this
Really?
like sudden onset depression when
Mhm.
you have your milk let down.
I had no idea.
Dysphoric milk ejection reflex syndrome? Something. I'm probably messing
Wow.
a word
No,
up.
Yeah.
no,
And you
no.
get like
Just to validate
suicidal
you. Yeah.
ideation, intrusive thoughts, depression. It's like a real,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
'Cause that's, like, the most beautiful time, like
yeah.
Mhm.
and I did bond with him,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
To hear that you breastfed for 3 years with that is
Yeah.
like a miracle because a lot of times it's like,
People can't do
yeah.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mental is so like, you know how you say, like, "You're so strong," or you're like,
Mhm.
I don't feel like I have a choice, if that makes sense, so I feel like
Mhm.
I have to, so in those moments of, like, despair or sadness or suicidal thoughts that you don't wanna talk about as a
Mhm.
mom, or you're like, "You know what? Since this is a safe space, I understand how certain moms are like, 'Oh my god, like, I can't have a baby right now. What do I do with my baby? What do I'
Mhm.
those, like, crazy
Mhm.
thoughts
Yeah.
in your head, and then you immediately check yourself, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
"What is wrong with me?"
Yeah.
Like, it's just a trip. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that is so validating that
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
real
It's a real thing.
thing that happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
You did that.
Ugh,
I
thank
think
you.
being
Yeah.
alone during the
Mhm.
most intimate, vulnerable experience of your life obviously changes you
Mhm.
cellularly.
Mhm.
Cellularly.
Cellularly.
Like a nice country stick of celery.
Cellularly. You sound like you're saying celery. A now stick celery. That's crazy. Woo! Starting to
But
sweat.
yeah, it the abandonment,
Yeah.
like when you need to have community and you
Oh,
need to
yeah.
have connection, and like the whole comparison between like a lover and a nurturer is
Mhm.
not the same. I
No.
see
And
it
it
in
does
our
yeah.
clients, like the ones that have involved husbands, like single or not, right?
Mhm.
Or even our moms that are chosen single moms, like they got a actual, not saying that here has your guy's not an actual sperm donor, but like went to a
Absolutely,
bank
a
and
bank.
chose
Mhm.
single motherhood. They get home with that baby, and even though they wanted this, they chose it, they invested in it, they
Yeah.
planned it. This like the lover aspect of like, oh, I have no one to like hold this baby I'm sharing.
Or, like,
Or
hold
hold
me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold you
Hold
while you
me
hold your
while
baby.
I'm holding the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have that, like, abandonment already in me
Mhm.
from my childhood with my
Mhm.
dad. I didn't
Yeah.
have him for, like, middle school, high school years. That's crazy. And so I when I have that now, like, correlated with birth, it, like, sucks, and I
Yeah.
Mhm.
hate that,
Yeah.
but I'm also like, that doesn't I try not to let it define me, but I feel it so deeply inside of me, and I
Mhm.
try not to bring it into my relationships, but I know that it's like it peeks through, because I can't help it. It's
Yeah.
just one of
Mhm.
those things, but yeah, it's rough. But
Yeah.
with the breastfeeding, do you remember when I had my clogged milk duct?
Yeah.
And that was actually with Bentley.
Yeah.
So I had one in my armpit, and it
Ugh.
was
I'll have to find the picture. I have a picture after you went to the hospital that day of
Mhm.
Abby and I in bed with your baby,
Yeah.
just, like, waiting till your mom
Oh.
got
Yeah,
home.
just literally there. It was so bad.
Oh my
And
gosh.
She had, like, full-blown, like,
messed mhm.
105
It
fever,
was
like, so sick.
super high, so s like, I was, like, shaking, just lethargic, and
Wow.
I was
And this is
still
back when the
trying to feed
recommendations
him.
were to, like,
Be
We put it
rough.
in
rough.
like, a bowl
Oh,
of,
yeah,
yeah,
like,
we did.
salt, and she's, like, rubbing me out, and I'm like, "Becca, what the fuck?" It was terrible. So then
I'm full on, like, milking this.
she's milking me, I'm on all fours,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
The
aw,
recommendations have changed so much. Now it's
have
like ice,
they?
don't touch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ice don't touch?
Yeah, don't dig
That's
in there and
crazy.
yeah.
Make it the inflammation worse. Oh, girl, I remember. I was giving you it.
That's what we were told to do.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what we thought.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, for a second, I'm, like, starting to feel it. I'm like, "God, that's crazy." For a second, it, like, helped, but then
Yeah.
it was like, "Yeah, no, that's terrible."
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
but that was yeah,
Yeah.
that was my only thing with Bentley that I had was my kidney infection and then the
No,
mastitis.
only thing. No big deal.
Listen,
And then my husband or my boyfriend abandoning me.
abandoned me,
Yeah.
and then he just left me, but, like, other than that, I'm really, like,
I had,
good.
like, a really positive postpartum
It was
experience.
pretty fucking great.
Isn't
No.
trauma so funny?
Trauma is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, because I think
We gaslight ourselves.
as fuck. Gaslight the shit out of myself all the time.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it. My therapist tells me to just, like, stop
Yeah.
myself. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I got you. Ugh, but it's fine. So with Bentley, I was, what was it? 5 months?
I was gonna say that they're 15 months apart.
Yeah.
So
So it was 5 months of doing it by myself, and he just would, like, come around, like, here and there to be like, "Oh, let me come see my son. Let me come
Mhm.
see him." And I'm like, in that time, I was so low that absolutely, please come
Yeah.
see your son. Like, and please come see him.
Mhm.
So he would come and see him. He would come and visit me. And honestly, it was more for me.
Mhm.
I wanted to be loved. I wanted
Mhm.
him to see me. I wanted him to choose me. And
Mhm.
every time he didn't, it didn't make it, like,
Mhm.
easier. It actually made me, like, want him more and
Mhm.
to, like, hold on as hard as I could. And then when Bentley was 8 months old, I found out I was pregnant. Him and I, it was what, like, a New Year's Eve moment,
Mhm.
lonely as shit. Couple weeks later, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't feel good." I was
Okay.
pregnant. So I told him I was pregnant, and he told me, he was like, because he gave me a car to drive at the time because I was
Mm.
not working, right? All the things. I
Mhm.
was literally asked out doing nothing. And so he gave me a car to use, and I told him I was pregnant, and he said, "You can either get an abortion and keep the car, or you have to give me the car back and you can keep the baby."
Wow.
And at
Wow.
that point,
That's a crazy.
how do you choose? Like, you have a baby that's already here, and you
Mhm.
know what that means to have a son, and now to have another baby.
Mhm.
And it's like it's a choice. Of course it's a choice, right? We all make choices, but and I remember telling him, "Okay, yeah, have your car. Have your car." And from that moment on, he was nowhere. Like, we were not it wasn't like the first pregnancy where, like, every once in a while he would check.
Mhm.
No. Like, it was nothing. And then probably up until I was, like, 7 months pregnant, then he got supervised visitations with Bentley,
Mm.
my oldest.
Mhm.
And then he didn't listen to the order and got his rights revoked, and then then I had Dawson. But that birth story, my girl, I
Mhm.
was 37 weeks pregnant, and I was probably, oh my god, I felt like I was in labor forever. I
'Cause
was
we sorry, but
go
we
ahead.
missed this, but
Oh,
I remember
sorry.
you wrote it in the email. You
Mhm.
had Bentley at, like, 36 something, right? That was
36 and 4.
early.
Oh, yeah, and he
Okay.
was baked. Like the nurse was like, holy crap, he is a big baby and you are so early. Like, are you sure they didn't get your dates wrong? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just show up. Like you
You
guys
tell me.
yeah, you tell me. So he was, yeah, they were good sized babies. And
Wow.
I was very blessed with that and like with good pregnancies because
Mhm.
I seriously I don't remember it being bad.
Yeah. Thank God they weren't.
No, really.
Like,
Like,
if you
I
had to
don't
do
think I
both.
couldn't I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I think God knew I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think he knew, which he knows everything,
Yeah.
right? But I think that he knew that if I had a shitty pregnancy, that I would never want to do it again with somebody that actually loves me,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
And I do want to have more babies. I want like 4 or 5 more. Like, I know I want to have more children and not just for the pregnancy aspect, but
Yeah.
for, yeah, just more babies.
Yeah.
But
I see it.
yeah. Hmm.
I see this whole life for you. It will happen.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
You're so sweet. Ah,
That's what the
Becca,
Kleenex is for.
what a girl.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're 37 weeks
so
and
I'm
you felt
37 weeks.
really pregnant. Is that what you said?
I felt so pregnant.
I mean, you hadn't ever been that pregnant before.
No, right. It was like, and I think that I was so irritated that I was past the point that
Mhm.
I had with Bentley. I was like, I thought I would be even earlier again, or I thought I would. You put these expectations on your body and your head,
Mhm.
and even unintentionally, right? And so I remember just cramping so bad for like a week and just uncomfortable in my own skin and just really hurting. And
Mhm.
so Becca was like, go do your curb walks, go do do your ball, do your different stretches, like all your different things.
And this is just like on Instagram DMs. Like, you would like post like still pregnant, and I'm just like
Yes.
giving my unsolicited advice.
But I loved it because I
You
needed
needed it. Yeah.
Because I have I don't ask for help. I don't know how to ask for help. It's something that I struggle with. I still struggle with it. I'm getting better at it, but I needed that. And I think God knew that I needed her in that moment because she would message me and be like, God, all right, I'll go for a fucking walk. Like, and then I would go for a walk and I would be like, okay, like I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to like, it was those little like cheerleader moments that I needed.
Mhm.
And then I remember I messaged her. I texted you. So proud of myself. I texted you and I was like, I need help. You were massaging my perineum
Mhm.
and then
To
I
get it. Was this doing? You were
just to
doing
like because I was cramping really bad. I was 36 weeks and he was not head down yet and I was
Oh.
tripping out. So I went to the chiropractor and I remember laying there and she literally
she moved
moved
that baby
him
down,
in my
yeah.
stomach and he stayed head down from then on. But after that, the pressure on my vagina
Yeah.
was different than Bentley.
Yeah. Well, when you have a baby on your cervix your whole
Yeah.
pregnancy versus like not, and then
Yeah.
you do when you're not, like, so it's
Ugh.
not the gradual,
Right, the
right?
0 to 100.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
So then I think in that moment, it was it was more for, like, comfort of I almost needed to be just had that, like, massage to help it, like,
Relax, maybe.
relax,
Yeah.
and then I had a milkshake, the peanut butter castor oil milkshake.
I've had that one
I
too.
do not know this version of me.
Listen, it did it because a couple hours later, my grandma came over and had Bentley, and my mom drove me to the hospital. I walk into Sutter, and they were like, you're only 4 centimeters. Like, your water isn't broken. It's just not time. And
Wait, only 4 centimeters.
Listen, I feel like they gaslight me all the time when I would go in there for even like my appointments. And it was just terrible. So I walk in and she looked at me and was like, you're only 4. Like, let's wait, give it a couple. Like, just let's get to a couple more. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm in so much pain. And
I just thought I thought that they typically admit
4.
you at 4.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought too. I don't know if it was, I don't know.
Not that one.
But it was not her day.
Yeah.
But I was so persistent. They put me in a triage just to like, I think put me somewhere.
Yeah.
Just to be like, shut the fuck up. And like sit right there. And me and my mom, we were sitting there. I was having my contractions.
Did you have diarrhea or anything from the special milkshake?
I was already having diarrhea.
Oh,
That
you're
is
like,
like
this
a
is just a
sign
normal
of
thing.
birth for me.
Yeah.
And like Probably, honestly, like, a couple weeks. Like,
Okay.
I'm
You
already
empty out.
I empty everything. I didn't shit with my first or my second when I gave birth. Nothing wrong if
The
you do.
system was cleaned.
But
But, yeah, you got it all cleaned
I
out.
got it all cleaned out for them, and so I remember laying there, and I felt something off. I was like, "Mom, I don't feel good," and she looked at me, and she was like, "Let me get a nurse." So, she gets a nurse. The nurse comes over, and she, like,
Mhm.
when they're looking at you
Mhm.
weird, and I looked at her, and I was like, "What is wrong?" And she was like, "Just give me a second." And I was like, "Okay." The next thing I knew, I was on all fours, and there were seriously, like, I got swarmed with nurses and
Oh,
doctors, and
wow.
I blacked out. When I woke up, I was on my back. His heart rate had dropped so low that I immediately got admitted. They were like, "Well, if you weren't gonna be admitted before, like, he just got you admitted." And I was like, "Okay," like, terrifying. My mom's
Yeah.
praying over me and, like,
Mm.
texting everybody, just trying to get a gauge on what's going on, and so that was probably around, like, 2 p.m. on the 9th of September, and it's crazy because my nan, she was my best
Mhm.
friend, and she passed away on September 9th.
Oh,
And so and then he was born the next day on September
wow.
10th, so it was almost like my angel was, like, giving me
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
but I was in labor, just trying to vibe out, got
Mhm.
a epidural. Is it an anesthesiologist that does
Mhm.
it?
Mhm.
He did something wrong, and I felt the sharp zing go down the
Mhm.
right side of my leg, and then he immediately pulled it out, and he was like, "Do you wanna try again?" And I just looked at him and was like, "Do not touch me." And he was like, "Okay, I'm sorry." I asked for a new one, got a new doctor in because that's another thing, like, I feel like women forget that you are your advocate for yourself.
Mhm.
If I didn't like a nurse, she was out. If I didn't
Mhm.
like the doctor or the I don't care if I don't care if I know you. If you were here for my whole birth or my pregnancy, if you don't make me feel comfortable in the moment, you're not gonna be in here with me. So, got him out, got a new one. They did the epidural and it worked because, like, unmedicated or medicated, rock star. That shit's
Mhm.
hard.
Mhm.
So, I remember laying there and I had this male nurse and he was the sweetest godsend. Like, he was calling me, like, mama and rubbing
Mm.
my back and,
Mm.
like, just making me feel so calm, and my mom was in there with me, and when he would leave, she's like, "Honey, he's married." I'm like, "Mom, that's not what I mean. I just Petey, I just needed, like,
Male touch.
male
That's
touch
okay
that
to say.
wasn't
Yes.
Yeah.
wasn't, like, mean or
Yeah.
taking
Yes.
Yep.
advantage of or
Absolutely.
and he told me too, he's like, "I have 3 daughters. Like,
Yeah.
I am a daddy's girl," or,
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
girl
trying to say
dad.
thank you,
Mhm.
girl dad, and so, like, I needed that in
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
moment, and he
Mhm.
helped deliver Dawson, and so it's actually my mom's what is it? Her gynecologist or her OB or something that came in, and I tried making a joke. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you've seen my mom's vagina too." She did not like that joke. It
Oh.
was I it's
I
fine.
thought it slapped.
I thought it slapped. She thought I was fucking stupid. But and my legs are like in the stirrups, and I'm like, "That's crazy." And she's like, "Oh my god, okay." So then it was time to push, and what they say about your second right is so true. How like they fly out. So
Mhm.
I just pulled him out, put him on my stomach, and it was beautiful. So
Oh.
Dawson was born, seven
Mm.
pounds 7 ounces, 21 inches long at 3 a.m. So it was really
Wow.
beautiful.
Did you I know
Yeah.
it was, like, really chaotic with, like, the whole boyfriend thing throughout the pregnancies,
Mhm.
but did you do any, like, childbirth education or books or, like, did you have any strong feelings of, like, "I really want this," or really don't want that"?
I think I was so wrapped up in my depression
Yeah.
Mhm.
that I was too overwhelmed to like even want to give a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I knew like now I know I wish I would have kept the umbilical cord for longer. I wish cuz my mom cut the umbilical cord for Dawson, which was
Mm.
really really special. So that was
Mhm.
like a very sweet moment.
Mhm.
But I wish that I could have done like the skin to skin longer right after. Like I understand they have to take them, but they also don't have to take them right
Mhm.
away for a second, and I wish I knew certain things like that. So I just couldn't educate myself.
Yeah.
I think I was
Mm-mm.
so
Well, we just finished the podcast with the
overwhelmed.
lady before, and
Mhm.
she it's like a privilege, right, to be in a place where you can emotionally invest into your
Mhm.
pregnancy. But, like, we talk it's an 80% mental work to, like, get through it,
Absolutely.
And when that it was robbed from you,
Mhm.
you couldn't even.
Yeah.
So it's a miracle that you made it to term and healthy
Absolutely.
for the most part. Because we
Yeah.
often will see like situations like yours, like a preterm labor at 30 weeks or severe preeclampsia because the
Yep.
body's such under like severe
So much
stress.
stress.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love to try hypnotherapy birth for like my second one.
Yeah.
And I want to do it in like either a birth center or just like my home
Yeah.
with like my doula midwife and have
Mhm.
just like a setting literally like this. Like
Mhm.
my whole family, all my friends on a couch and everybody just like cheering me on, but
Yeah.
also like not speaking when I need them to speak.
Yeah.
And like I want my boys there. I do have something to say that I was very hesitant on sharing, but I just feel like it's important because if it was super embarrassing for me and I felt shame about it, then I know that other women will feel the same. Um, when I was pregnant with Dawson, their sperm donor gave me HPV, and I got it so bad at 32 weeks that I had to get them all burned off of me.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to do that for probably a month to 5 weeks, and it was terrible.
Oh my God.
I just had my pap smear like a month ago, and it is clear. So
Wow.
that is like, and the lady was like, "It's clear? It shouldn't be." And I'm like, "Well, you don't know my Lord. Like, you don't know my God." So it's gone. But in that moment, I felt so disgusting. And my doctor was like, "Oh, do you know what this is?" And I'm like, "No, all I know is I have bumps. I don't know if it's like because I'm hot and I'm sweating, I'm fat and my like what is going on down there?" And she's like, "No, honey, like they're warts. You have warts going on." And I'm like,
Did she have to say it like
"What the
that?
fuck are you talking about? I got warts." Yeah. What? Warts?
I hate that word.
Ew. That reminds me of like a snail or something. I don't like it. So then when you say that about down there, it makes you feel dirty. It makes you feel undesirable. It makes you feel like nobody's gonna ever want to be with you again. And when you're pregnant, you already feel like
Yeah.
that, whether you are with a partner or not, right? And so I just felt so defeated. I called my mom and I was screaming inside her, like sobbing on the floor. They had to pick me up and put me in my own room. I
Oh
was
my gosh.
so distraught by it. And now I know, like, and I'm not saying it's okay, but I know that it's like more common and it's definitely one of the more common ones.
Yeah.
But like it happens
Yeah.
and it's okay and
Yeah.
it can go away and there's treatment for it. But like that messed with me so bad towards the
Yeah.
end of my pregnancy.
Well, it's another betrayal.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like too loyal, like to a fault. Like I'll hurt my feelings over and over and over again, and then I'll be like, why'd I do that to
Yeah.
myself? Like,
Silly me.
silly me.
I know what
just-
happens when I chose that option.
No, literally.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, like with getting that diagnosis for that period of time, that feeling of like being disgusted with myself and like that shameful, when I'm sorry.
Okay.
When I was 9, my uncle molested me. And so it brings back that like feeling of like you're disgusting and you're not worth anything and I don't know why it correlates to that. All I know is like your body remembers the trauma. And so in that moment it like brought it up and I like still struggle with the feeling of like having that shame sometimes. But I know it's not my fault for any of those things that happened. It's just like so heavy.
Yeah. But it's not your identity.
Mm-mm.
And all I've thought is like all of these things were just things that were done to you.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were ever, even though people can say, I mean, I know it takes two to make a baby, obviously.
Totally.
But I'm sure, as your therapist has told you, like it's all related to the things that have happened to you and have been done to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And none of this was anything that you necessarily chose,
Yeah.
except for you chose your boys.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing about that, the HPV. I think it's such a common topic that's not widely discussed, and it has a lot of
Mhm.
shame on it.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
so normal. Like, it's so normal. If you get it in a committed relationship, if you
Mhm.
know, it can be dormant for
Yeah.
years. If you
Yeah.
get it,
Did that come up in his birth? Like, did they check him?
So they did check him. They
Mhm.
they were really worried that because it was active, right? So
mhm,
it's
Mhm.
that outbreak. They were like, if you go into labor and you're
Mm.
still active,
yeah,
it will transmit onto him.
yeah.
And
Do
so,
they talk to you about like a C-section at that point?
yeah, and I was, I like C-section mamas, you guys are rock stars. Like, I was so scared to get a C-section, like just thinking about just being cut. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just really stressed me
It's
out.
a big deal.
It's such a big deal,
Mhm.
and the healing after and just everything, like, it really scared me, so I
Mhm.
think in my mind, I had the mindset that that was not gonna happen,
Mhm.
and thank you, Jesus, it did not, but
Mhm.
that was something that they brought up, and they did say to me, they were like, "Well, if you give birth and he has it, then he has it, and that's something
Mm.
then that you can talk to your partner or whatever, and then you can," and I'm like, "Talk to my what are you?" It was just too much information for me to
Mhm.
handle at the time. So
Mhm.
all I heard was, "You're disgusting. You
Mm.
have an STD on your body, and you're
Mm.
gonna give it to your son because you did something about it." And I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh my god, okay." So it just was terrible. And then when I went in for my 36 week, she was like, it's cleared. It's gone. Like, it was still in my
Yeah.
system, right?
Yeah.
But, like, the outbreak, it was no longer active. It was no longer, and then I had him, what, 6 days later or
I
7 days
understand
later?
providers have to speak with such confidence and such certainty, but it's like
No
nothing is
way.
black and white in
Yeah.
this field, you know?
Mhm. If anything, it is the opposite, and that's what I don't. It's crazy because it is put in this, like, black and white state of, like, well, if you have this, this is this, and then
Yeah.
this is this, and it's like, well, what happens in the middle? Like,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
gray
They
right
don't they
there.
can't because they're risk management, right? So they
Totally.
have to speak in this certainty because
Mhm.
it is their license at the end of the day.
Mhm. It just pisses me off.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
it makes me crazy.
Yeah. What was his postpartum like
With Dawson?
in getting full sole custody at 3 days? Like that is
Yeah. You're in the courtroom.
Right. So I had oh my god, this is crazy. Um, I had Dawson September 10th. That was actually the first day that their sperm donor was gonna be allowed to have supervised visitation, or I am sorry, unsupervised visitation with Bentley.
Oh.
I was freaking out. My mom
Mhm.
left the hospital, so I was in the hospital by myself, um, with Dawson that first night because she had to be home with Bentley to get him
Mhm.
ready for the next day. Um, I'm psychotic, and I am. And I put a tracking device inside of Bentley's diaper bag because I don't fuck with his safety.
Yeah.
So he wasn't allowed to leave a parameter, and I had a tracker on my phone, and he left the parameter. So I called my mom, I screenshotted it, and my grandma literally in my Suburban got in the trunk and went to the location and was taking pictures of the
Oh my
car, the
gosh.
like.
Is this Nan? No.
No, this is my
'Cause
mom's.
Nan okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is my mom's mom,
Okay.
and my grandma Lulu, I love her. She was sitting in the back, like Inspector Gadget type shit, taking these photos, and I'm in the hospital, like, getting
Mhm.
sent everything, sending it to my lawyer, making sure that I'm getting all my, like, P's and Q's done.
Mhm.
I get, discharged, my sister picks me up, and I go home. Well, maybe, like, an hour later, Bentley gets dropped off with said sir,
Mhm.
and my mom brings him inside, and that moment of, like,
did he know
Dawson
that you
and
delivered?
yes, because my mom, bless her soul, she cannot lie to save her, which is a great trait,
Yeah.
right? Great trait. Lie for me. Please, next time, lie for me. In that moment, he had asked, and, she was like, "Mhm," and he was like, "Can I come inside and see you?" And she goes, "Absolutely not."
Okay.
That's not happening, and so Bentley came inside and met his brother, and it was the sweetest moment. I remember I remember it, but, like, I was so sad and
Mhm.
so numb. I don't remember a lot of their childhood. I only
Mhm.
remember it from, like, photos and videos,
Mhm.
but I don't really remember, like, how you asked me, "What's your favorite age?" I don't really remember. I know that I loved every season with them because 'cause they're my
Mhm.
kids, but I don't know. So, I only remember, like, the traumatic things, which
Mhm.
sucks, and
Mhm.
so he came inside, the boys, right? Both the little boys, they're together, and that was awesome. emailed my lawyer, and then I heard from her the next day that we had court on that Friday. So then went into court, talked to the judge, and he was pissed, and then ended up granting me sole legal and physical. And I came home and I just lost my mind and
Mhm.
was like, just this weight had been lifted off of
Mhm.
me, and I just felt like I could breathe. And ever since then, I've had it, and I don't see it ever going away. It's been really hard doing it by myself, and I have these moments of, like, how people are like, "Oh, you're right, you're so strong, like, you are amazing, and you're this," and it's like,
Mhm.
"Yes, but I don't wanna be strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be strong all the time." Like,
Mhm.
sometimes I wanna melt, and, like, I have people tell me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're actually so soft and sensitive," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's actually who I am. I'm not
Mhm.
this super tough and mean person. I'm actually I'm a very sensitive person."
Mhm.
And I think I've just wanted to feel that love that I give out, like, to
Mhm.
myself, and I've never gotten that other than from friends or family, which I don't take for granted, but it's different.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and then I was breastfeeding both boys. I was tandem
Mhm.
feeding,
Wow.
so
So
Bentley's over
wild.
here, like, squeezing one, expressing all the milk, and Dawson's, like, drowning on the other side because he's, having the
Yeah.
letdown happen, and then I switch him, and so my milk was just crazy. So my hormones were
Mhm.
insane, and I just was always like, "Ugh, God, why am I their mom? Like, why is it me? Why did you choose me? Like, why? I don't feel like I can do this. It's just too much." And then Dawson, fast forward a little bit, Dawson was 3 months old, and he got RSV.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. He had to be hospitalized. We were in there for about 2 weeks, and there's nothing worse than seeing your baby being
Mhm.
poked and pried and all of that. And
Mhm.
so from him being born to that 3 month, they both got hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh my
The
gosh.
worst case you could ever think too. Like, I don't know what, but it was terrible. Hand, foot,
Mhm.
and mouth. We got whatever the COVID was, just
Mhm.
super sick. And then Dawson had gotten the RSV. And so it was like, I was already in the trenches, but I was like
You
in
made new trenches,
new
like
trenches were formed. Right.
yes, just for you.
Just for good old Allie B. Like, I struggled during
Mhm.
that time. And it just, like, looking back on it, right, photos, videos, because 'cause I'm serious, I don't remember a lot of it, and maybe it's, like, a blessing to
Mhm.
not remember a lot of it because it was so hard, but,
Mhm.
like, I do hope I can start to heal and, like, remember those
I think you will.
feelings, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Time is really beautiful.
Mhm. Absolutely. And then fast forward, um, I ended up getting pregnant, and I found out that, it was a girl,
Mhm.
and I just knew though that couldn't I just couldn't. Like,
Mhm.
I won't have another baby until I'm married or with my person, right? I'm not going to put that like marriage that you have to be married because you don't have to marry to have a baby. I don't believe in that,
Mhm.
but I do want to have my person the next time that I have someone. And I during that time had a friend, and I don't think I believe in like psychics and all of that stuff. I was in a really weird place, you guys. So just vibe with me.
Mhm.
I was really lost, and
Mhm.
she was like, "I have a call for you. I want you to get on this call." And I was like, "Okay." So I get on a call, and it's this lady. She has no idea who I am, doesn't know my name, doesn't know anything about me. And she was like, "Ah, you're giving me like mom energy." And I'm like, "Anybody can say that to me. Like, okay, like, thank you." And she goes, "No, you have 3 babies." And I was like, No, I don't." And she was like, "Yeah, you do. You have 2 boys and a girl." And I was like,
You knew you were pregnant with a girl at this
I had
point?
just gotten the abortion.
Okay.
And I told her after,
Mhm.
and I was like, "I actually, I just had an abortion, and I knew that it was a girl." And she
Mm.
was like, "Oh, honey, you have a daughter in heaven that's waiting for
Mm.
you to meet her dad." and then she's going to come down here and she'll be able to like be earthside with you. And I was like, okay. So I've always had that like, I know I'm going to have more babies. I can feel it in me, like that feeling of like, you're not done. Like you're just not done. It doesn't matter if I'm 30 or 40, like I'm going to have more babies. It was hard
Yeah.
and I could never do it again. If I got pregnant tomorrow, I would have to. Like for my mental health, and I couldn't do it again. It was terrible.
You don't have to explain yourself ever.
Yeah.
You went through so much and carried so much and did so much by yourself.
I heard this one mom say, and it was about like miscarriages and losses, that like babies have 3 chances to come. And if they don't come in those 3 chances, then you meet them in heaven. So that's funny that the psychic or whoever it was said that, because maybe, she will come back one day and it just wasn't her
Absolutely.
time,
Yeah.
but she wants you.
And I feel it. Like I
Yeah.
feel her. I do like it's in October that it happened. And so I'll like ride on a pink balloon and I like release like a prayer to her just because.
Yeah.
I feel her, you know?
Yeah.
I do. And I love being a mom. And
You're a good mom, Allie.
thank you.
Amazing mom.
Thank you. I love being a mom. It's the hardest job,
Yeah.
but it's like the most worth it.
How's life now?
Life is good. Life is, honestly, I'm tired. I can't even lie to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm tired of having to like show up every day with that like attitude, just like I got this, or like how I told you guys my dog that passed away yesterday, and like he was there for me with my pregnancies and the boys and the babies, and this morning the boys were talking to me, and Dawson, they're little kids and they have no filter already.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he was like, "Oh, Mom, your dog's dead." And I'm like, "Oh shit. Yeah, you're making me okay. Yeah, he is. But okay." Like just kids throw some crazy things at you and it's like you have no choice, but I know you have a choice. You have a choice. But for me, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So life is good. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am full-time mom.
Yeah.
I really hate saying a full-time single mom. I know it's like, I know I am, but that's not who I am. It's really not who I am. There is so much more to me than just everything that's happened and then me being a single mom.
Yeah.
Like I'm a business owner. I'm going to school to be a labor and delivery nurse, and I'm so excited for that. I love to ride horses. I love to be with my family. I love to cook. Like there's so many things that
Yeah.
I enjoy doing and I enjoy being, and I just feel like this season of my life I've just been told to just be still. And like I hate being still. It's terrible. I struggle with it really hard.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to be.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Being tired is very valid. You're not supposed to do this alone. I'm sorry that you have to,
Thank you.
but you are doing it. I have heard that people who have gone through things and everybody's like, "You're so strong." That same thing you said of just like, I try not to say that to people now because I had a friend who said like, "I didn't choose this. I don't want to have to be strong." So like, stop complimenting me on my strength. I don't want to be strong.
Yeah. That's actually, I haven't heard it in that way. Like, please don't compliment me on my strength because I didn't want to be this
Yeah.
strong. That is so valid,
Yeah.
actually.
Or that trend right now that it's like, I don't know how you made it through it. And it's like, I didn't.
I didn't.
I
babe.
fucking lost myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm
Yeah.
still picking up pieces
Yeah.
from myself, and I'm like out there. I'm like I've dated, right? I've done that, but I just don't. I know. Okay. I know that there's a man out there for me that God has made for me, right? I struggle with it in my brain of being like, are you sure, God, there's a man that's going to be able to have the capacity to love me in the way that like I need to be loved with all of my traumas and all
Mhm.
of my triggers and my hurt and my past and like so instead of trying to focus on that, which I suck at, but I'm trying, I'm just being a mom,
Mhm.
doing my school, letting the sad days like roll
Mhm.
because I like used to run from them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And now I'm letting myself sit in it as
Good.
uncomfortable as
Mhm.
it is. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take that line actually
Good.
because yeah, I didn't want
Mhm.
to be this strong.
Mhm.
And I don't literally know how I made it
Mm.
out of
God.
the literally.
My quote right now, my anthem is
No.
it's like from God, but it's like you worry a lot for a girl he's never failed.
Mm,
And I'm like, ugh,
that
you
is
know,
different.
because
Yeah.
in our life, like everything you shared could be on earth,
Yeah.
quote unquote, a failure,
Yeah.
but not in his eyes.
No.
You know,
Because he
he
plans
knows so much more
everything.
than we ever can never dream of.
Absolutely. And I know like how they say he doesn't give you, right? What is it? He doesn't give you what you can't handle
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
that used to make me so irritated
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, God, why would you? I'm not gonna lie, I've been angry with God. I've
Yeah.
had moments. I was angry with him last week where
Yeah.
I am like, why am I by myself? Spring pictures triggered me, you
Yeah.
guys.
Mm.
Spring pictures. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
was getting the boys ready for school and they weren't listening to me. And I'm like, God, why am I doing this by myself? Like, why is getting
Mhm.
them ready for spring pictures going to send me into an emotional frenzy right now?
Mhm.
Like, I just, it sucks, but I know that it's fine and it's going to be good. But like, I don't know how long I can,
Mhm.
honestly, I don't know how long I can hype myself up for.
Yeah. That's
And then I
very,
just fall
very
back on
valid.
God every time.
Yep.
That's all I have.
That's what I was gonna. That phrase frustrates me. The
Mhm.
like, God gives his toughest or what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, God
She has
gives his
strongest shoulders.
yeah.
Or he
Hey,
won't give you anything you can't handle. That's actually not biblically true.
really,
That's not his promise. But what his
absolutely.
promise is that you're not going to be alone
Mhm.
in
Yeah,
the things that you go through.
Yeah.
And so that's to say to you, like what you just said, you don't have to know how you're going to get through tomorrow
yeah.
or the next spring pictures or whatever it is,
Mhm.
but you're not alone in it.
Yeah,
And that's where your strength is coming from.
absolutely. It just hurts sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be mad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know that feeling where you're like, I hate being mad at God, but I gotta be mad at God.
Yeah.
Like you almost get mad at
Mhm.
yourself
Yeah.
because you know that He's greater than all,
Yeah.
right? And He is.
Yeah.
So
But we're human and we're women and we want to know the end of
that.
the story. And it's like
Yep.
so hard to be in the trusting.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
It's not too
Absolutely.
much for him.
Mm-mm. It's not. And I'm starting to learn that. Like I've been strong in my faith. I've always known Jesus, right? But
Mhm.
it's such a personal walk and
Oh
it's
yeah.
such a but I've had people where they're like, "Oh, you're really like, are you sure you're a Christian like? Are you sure you're?" And it's like, that's not fair to say.
Mhm.
Like I am my own person with my own walk with God
Mhm.
and he hears me and he
Mhm.
hears you just as much as he hears
Yep.
me
Mhm.
even when I sin,
Yep.
have my faults, go through my
Mhm.
things.
Yep.
Like, if anything, not that God loves me or those people more. It's not like that. I just feel like sometimes I get a little bit of an extra hug. I don't know how to
Mhm.
Yeah.
describe it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's my dad.
My
He
daddy.
That's
is.
my daddy up there. Yeah.
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 Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're gonna
this
touch so many
yeah.
lives.
Thank you for your vulnerability and
Of
sharing like
course.
all these very real details and not sugarcoating it,
Mm-hmm.
and not saying
Absolutely.
everything's great now. I'm so happy, you know?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm gonna look back at this and it's gonna be like a beautiful, right?
Timestamp. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love a good
Mhm.
timestamp.
Yeah.
And I'm
Mhm.
going to be able to remember this one.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's like a beautiful taking myself out and then like also staying really present
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
this moment. And
Mhm.
you guys are amazing. Like I just have to
Mm.
say like the platform that you guys have and that you give to women, like you just exude so much light and it's just beautiful. Like I share your guys' videos all the time and it really like you guys are doing some, so don't
No.
stop.
We
It's
love you.
because
I
of
love
the
you more.
women, I would say. The
Yeah,
women that come on and let us
Yeah.
for sure.
give them a platform.
But
Yeah.
you guys started it. So you guys are amazing. Just fucking own it.
Well, maybe who knows? You'll be back season 5 with your natural
With my
twin home
big
birth.
do you say twin?
Maybe.
You sound like my mom. My
Maybe.
mom literally told me that I'm gonna have twin girls, and so did
Oh.
Bentley like 3 years ago.
Oh my
I'm taking
gosh.
a shit on the toilet. And he comes over and he goes, "You are going to have twin girls, Mom." And I'm like, "Get away from me. I need to wipe. Go away." That's crazy.
So
Rage bait.
Rage baiting the shit out of
middle
me.
of shit.
Middle, I'm all, get away. Honestly, though, I could do it.
Yeah.
I could do the twin girls.
Wow.
You could
yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
But this is
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're-
Thanks for having
Yes,
me.
thanks.
Yes, we'll do a little actual
Cheers.
cheers.
As my back's sweating.
Oh, love
It
the
happens
back
to everybody. The thirst quencher.
This is really
Oh.
great, though.
I almost went all over Allie.
Could you imagine sweating?
Thanks for joining us on Girly Pop Birth Talks, where we hold space for the messy and meaningful journey of becoming her.
If today's story moved you, made you laugh, or reminded you of your own strength, we'd love it if you subscribed, shared the episode, and left us a quick review.
We're so glad you were here.
Seriously, you're one of us now.
We can't wait to do this again soon.